Part 7. This is Part 7 of the basic study on astral projection. We recommend that you follow the study from the beginning to better understand the content. In this video, we'll talk about a very sensitive subject, which is spiritual harassment. Spiritual harassment: when a spirit binds or gets involved with you with bad intentions, through psychological and energetic access. It can happen for several reasons. It can be due to personal matters or not. For example, a cigarette addict disincarnates. Then, after dying, he can start chasing people who smoke, looking for the same sensation, starting a process of energetic vampirization. After death, we no longer have the opportunities to have the same sensations, including maintaining addictions. Many people are unable to move forward because of this and are trapped here by these needs. The energetic vampirization is the process where these spirits seek to absorb certain types of energies from people who are still alive according to their own interests, as these energies transmit sensations that make them feel what they are looking for, thus causing many to become addicted. Emphasizing that they are unbalanced people who lived on Earth, as more evolved spirits do not have the need or desire to chase and vampirize. Harassment can be very harmful, but at the same time it serves as a natural energy balancing tool, as it prevents the individual from becoming overloaded with dense energies. These denser and lower energies need to circulate, as they can cause negative physical impacts on the individual's body if they remain stationary. Random or temporary harassers, spirits with no fixed address, do not attach themselves to only one person, as anyone in their tune can be a snack. Usually stay in places where they can have more people. Personal harassers, they connect to the incarnated by syntony of ideas and actions, with the personal objective of harming. They spend all their time feeling negative emotions in relation to the individuals they persecute. As the astral body does not have the energy filters that help in controlling the emotions just like the physical body has, the lack of this energy filter makes these negative emotions like anger and hate not go away. It is like torture for them not to be able to get rid of these emotions. So they become so cruel and relentless to the point of can no longer understand how other people feel. Harassments can occur when the individual is still in the body or in astral projection, in different ways, usually during the projection. This occurs through psychological impacts and close contacts leading to vampirism. In addition, there's still a powerful tool that spirits have that we haven't mentioned yet. Plasmage, ability of the spirit to manage to bypass our senses and change its appearance, which can become things that scare us or pass for people close to us. This process is mental and energetic and may not be fully effective, as some parts of the body may not be covered by this effect. You can prove this by looking into the individual's eyes, as never change. They usually seek to hide their eyes out of fear that the fraud will be discovered. An example for a better understanding might be a situation where you spend all day thinking about someone in the sexual sense. Then, after lying down to sleep, a spirit may approach you and mold the image of someone who you desired. Thus, he makes you think he's the person you want. So it will make you practice the sexual acts that you idealize yourself. Thus, the harassing spirit reverses your weakness as a personal interest, so that through the sexual acts the energetic vampirization occurs. It is very common for them to look for specific energetic sensations, such as numbing sensations, alcoholic sensations, sexual sensations, fear, among many others. Emotion is a trigger for harassment, as it will always be used against you. Even situations you have lived through and hate to remember will be used to harm you. Harassers make a point of throwing your faults in your face and will always use your aspects negative against you without the slightest empathy, hence the importance of balance and forgiveness. It is also important to remember that our mental tune automatically creates energetic attunement and with the connection with a certain type of harassment, according to the frequency in which we vibrate. The most inevitable form of harassment is through thought, because as far as studies have gone, there is no known defense. However, the best way to deal with it is to let go without negative feelings, such as guilt, anger, resentment, among others, that feed this density, making us more accessible. Remembering, it is the mind that commands, so always be calm and keep yourself as good as possible. It is very important that you know that the spirits who are harassers were also people like us and did not take the path of inferior practices without reason. They also have their stories and many injuries of life. It is so true that this vampirization occurs because they are still looking for those energies that make them feel good, feel pleasure. They are still stuck on the planet and cannot move forward. They are beings who often think they have no more salvation, have forgotten about love, think they are alone and abandoned because they have gone through so many difficulties. Many end up choosing evil for giving up moving forward, for not putting up with suffering or seeing things as they are, because they think it is unfair. Thus, they surrender to inferior practices, which cloud their sights like a mist, keeping them away from empathy. From awareness of the impacts of their negative attitudes, they no longer think about the future or about growing. They lose the desire to know other planets and other realities. It is very necessary for you to remember to always understand this and not treat anyone badly, because they are very needy beings. Many times you will be hugged and they will want to be close to you for the energy you have, for the way you can do it that they feel good. They are psychologically and emotionally ill people, so when they do you harm, remember, people who are well don't need to harm anyone. Obviously, this matter requires a lot of maturity on our part, because over time you'll realize that give back aggression will make them chase you and that makes the situation even worse. After all, that's what they want because they no longer have anything to lose. A personal advice I give, after having gone through these mentioned things, is to try to help them, with respect. We are nobody's saviors and there is no way to force somebody who doesn't want to be helped to receive that help. Therefore, when I say help, it can be in various ways such as containing unnecessary offense, not imposing your beliefs, not continuing the fight, having patience, forgiving, sending out good thoughts, asking spiritual helpers to help you, and other ways.